One of the biggest sporting events in North Texas history is finally here. Mexico kicks off the World Cup with a win. Now we're days away from Dallas Stadium's first game. We're getting you ready.
We're here at Fair Park for the opening day of FanFest. Tens of thousands of fans watching the World Cup.
Rain overnight tonight, rain tomorrow morning. I'll have the rainfall timeline, and I'm even talking rain for Sunday. I'll have the 14-day forecast coming up.
Plus, he presided over one of the most watched murder trials in Collin County history. Now he defends his decision to keep cameras out of the courtroom and responds to claims of bias.
And I know I made people mad, but I'm not here to make them happy either.
And the Stars and Mavs are leaving the American Airlines Center. Does that make room for the Dallas Wings? Plus, how you can help fight hunger in North Texas.
Well, after months of build-up, the day has finally arrived for soccer fans around the globe.
The FIFA World Cup is now underway, and North Texas will host the first of 9 matches on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if it matches the energy in Mexico City's iconic stadium, where more than 80,000 rabid fans showed up for their opening match. The Mexican team is known as El Tri, from the 3 colors of the nation's flag. And here's a look at fans celebrating in the streets after they beat South Africa 2-0.
But the game wasn't without controversy. Police clashed with protesters outside the stadium. Demonstrators rallying for several causes, from teacher pay to the amount of money the Mexican government is spending on World Cup projects.
Tonight, Team USA is gearing up to play its first match tomorrow night in LA against Paraguay. It'll be the first World Cup match our national team has played on home soil since 1994.
32 years ago. And you can expect FIFA's FanFest at Fair Park to be packed, just like it was this afternoon for the first match.
Yeah, we have team coverage on the impact of this event, and Pete's tracking rain during Sunday's match in Arlington.
But first, Luke Clary is live at Fair Park with a look at the first day of the FIFA Fan Festival. You were around some awesome fans, Luke.
Yeah, tens of thousands of fans here at this opening day for FanFest as South Korea takes on Czechia. You see people are here, still lots of Mexico supporters from the earlier match throughout the day. And this opening day is giving Dallas an opportunity to see what this FanFest can really be, and organizers a chance to see what might need some ironing out.
The World Cup started in Mexico, but in Dallas, Fair Park felt like a little piece of the world. Thousands packed FanFest for opening day with flags, jerseys, and one big question: could this be their year?
Si se puede. Saying por qué no? Why not? Everything's possible.
Watching World Cup is one of our dreams. That's why we are here, yeah.
For many fans, this was the closest thing to being inside the stadium without paying for a seat. And for Dallas, a chance to show the world a little Texas.
Texas barbecue!
Of course, Texas also brought the heat. Shade tents, misters, and giant fans, all part of the plan to keep people cool.
Don't wear shorts, wear something loose, definitely super hot.
Organizers say the Fair Park site covers more than 1 million square feet, with room for about 35,000 fans at a time.
It's all of our interactive soccer experiences.
Cindy Solomon is the event director.
When you're looking at some days with multiple matches, we might get over 100,000 people here on a single day. So we're looking at over 1 million people, hopefully, here at Fan Festival.
But day one also came with growing pains. Some fans said getting inside was a struggle.
Well, at first I was very skeptical about the whole FanFest because it was a pain to get in there. But as soon as I got in there, it was an amazing experience.
A free ticket gets you access everywhere in our fan festivals.
Fans say they're ready for more.
This is a great time to come together and try to bring positivity into the world.
The World Cup is just getting started, and in Dallas, so is the FanFest. In Dallas, I'm Luke Clem.
Thing is, even if you're not going to a World Cup match, it could impact how you get around over the next month or so, especially anywhere near the Arlington Entertainment District. The 9 matches are spread out over 4 weeks from June 14th to July 14th, and you'll see the heaviest traffic up to 3 hours before kickoff and for a couple hours after each match ends. In terms of roads to avoid, expect a lot of backups in Tarrant County on I-30 and 360. Closer to the stadium, it'll be tough to get through Collins Street and Randall Mill Road with all the fans walking in and out of that area.
There's also a chance rain could try to put a damper on Sunday's excitement. Chief Meteorologist Pete Delkus is looking ahead to what to expect.
Well, you're right, Cynthia. We do have a chance for some showers and some thunderstorms on Sunday. Game time's at 3 o'clock at noon, so going in and out of the stadium, of course, the roof is going to be closed, but in and out of the stadium, temperatures are going to be warm, not as hot as it was today. We'll hit 90 on Sunday about 3 o'clock. That's the kickoff. At noon, though, about 40% of us will see some rain. At 3 o'clock, 30%, 20% at 6 p.m. If you're still hanging around out at the stadium or really anywhere in North Texas, the rain coverage at 9 p.m. is 30%. So a scattering of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, morning and afternoon. As we head through the day on Sunday, a much higher chance of rain late Sunday night and Monday morning, and then rain overnight tonight. I'll have the rainfall timeline, the 14-day forecast coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Pete. And for some local spots, the World Cup has already delivered a big win. With so many fans packing the restaurants and watch parties today, as Scoop Jefferson reports tonight, business owners in Arlington are getting a preview of what could be a massive economic boost.
Inside this Arlington restaurant, the first World Cup game not only brought in a lot of fanfare, but also a lot of business for restaurant owner Ulysses Robles and his staff.
Happy hour specials, food specials, drink specials, and we have a pretty good Mexican and seafood.
Team Mexico fans packed Rio Bravo restaurant on New York Street.
Gracias, que le vaya bien.
It's a good sign for Ulysses on how business will be during the games at Dallas Stadium, less than 5 miles away.
World Cup will probably be your busiest time since you've been at that type of crowd. Yeah, especially with the Mexico play, Colombia, Argentina, all those. Yeah, people want out. Brazil, people want to come out and watch those games.
Parking for Sunday's game at Dallas Stadium will be much different. According to Arlington city officials, the 9 games played at Dallas Stadium for the World Cup could draw more than 1 million visitors to the region.
Mexico! Mexico!
Like these Team Mexico fans leaving Texas live after Game 1.
It's the first game, the opening, and the first goal is Mexico.
First goal felt like how the Knicks felt like last night. That's how I say, all right?
And this is the kind of excitement Ulysses hopes to continue seeing from soccer fans inside Rio Bravo.
That makes people come out to come, eat, drink, and spend some money.
In Arlington, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
I love FIFA World Cup. Seriously, for everything you need to know about the World Cup, from team profiles and watch parties to travel tips and FanFest schedules, head to WFAA.com/World Cup. We'll be updating it throughout the tournament.
You know, in the midst of all this excitement, we don't want to lose sight of the fact 1 in 5 children face food insecurity here. And that's why we're helping raise money for North Texas Food Bank and Tarrant Area Food Bank. We have volunteers here tonight ready to take your call. The number is 214-977-6000, and every dollar you give buys 3 meals. It's especially hard on some families when the kids are out of school. So let's help our neighbors in need. You can scan that QR code, and we'll keep the phone number on the crawl at the bottom of your screen. From all of us here at WFAA, thank you for your generosity and support.
Tonight, firefighters say the sprinkler system was not working when they entered a massive warehouse fire in the city of Tracy. That's about 60 miles east of San Francisco. The fire spread quickly through the 1 million square foot warehouse, sending thick black smoke billowing into the sky. Managers say everyone got out of the building and no injuries have been reported. The cause under investigation.
Tonight, we're hearing from the judge who presided over the track meet stabbing trial. He just told Joman Puneker why he kept cameras out of the courtroom and whether the jury got it right in convicting Karmelo Anthony of murder.
The Judge John Roach has always been described as no nonsense and very straightforward. He was no different during our interview this morning, days after presiding over one of the most high-profile trials in Collin County. You could say it was a trial unlike any other. But it means more coming from the judge who's presided many trials over 20 years.
I'll take it.
Judge John Roach.
Every time.
What he said when assigned this murder trial, where a jury convicted Karmelo Anthony and sentenced him 35 years. The judge tells us they prepped for this trial 8 months out.
And I know I made people mad, but I'm not here to make them happy either.
The decision to not allow cameras or streaming was questioned by journalists, even the public. The fight for limited public seats turned into lines as early as 2 in the morning.
Yes, it was an easy decision, and I'll tell you why. My primary goal in any case is to make sure that the defendant and the prosecution gets a fair trial. Period.
We asked Judge Roach if not having cameras fed speculation and the many social media narratives.
I had to do a balance between the media's right to know and to be able to report what's going on, because I think that's extraordinarily important. I think it's important that the general public had access to the courtroom and to see what was going on.
One of those narratives was that the judge knew the Metcalf family intimately.
Do you have a personal relationship with the Metcalfs?
I wouldn't know Mr. Metcalf prior to this trial if he walked up to me and said hello.
Judge Roach says he was aware of all the noise outside the courthouse. It was his job to make sure it didn't affect the jury and what happened inside.
Did the jury get it right?
Yeah, they did. You know why? Because they were picked based upon the law. They listened to the facts that happened here in this very courtroom, and they got a verdict.
The judge says Collin County should be the model for handling high-profile cases.
As long as I follow the law, I sleep well at night. I don't think it's my job to feed social media or the media.
We ended our interview asking about his brief interactions with the now convicted Karmelo Anthony.
He seems like a nice young man who committed a crime, and he understands today, more than any day before today, the consequences of committing a crime like he did.
This will be Judge Roach's last big murder trial. His service ends in 6 months, but he will preside over 1 or 2 more murder trials before then and apply these same standards.
The parking lot won't be full. The gallery won't be full of people watching the case, but we still have somebody who's died and someone accused of doing the killing.
In Collin County, I'm Jobin Puttiker.